Welcome to Granny Metalhead TV, and thanks for dropping by. It's time for the first edition of Granny's Reaction 2.0. Now, I don't know about you, but I've noticed that my music tastes have changed over time, and I think that's true for most people. So in these segments, I'm going to go back and listen to songs that I haven't heard in at least the past 20 years, oftentimes longer, but with today's ears, so it'll almost be like, listening to it the first time. So all you little granny maniacs, gather around for my latest batch of ear candy, because tonight we are going to be checking out Led Zeppelin's Hey Hey, What Can I Do? So this song was requested by Stanley Nakaza. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Anyway, it was released in 1970 as the B-side to the Immigrant Song, and it was the only single to be released that was not part of a Led Zeppelin album prior to the band's breakup in 1980 following the death of drummer John Bonham. Now, original vinyl copies of this song are fairly rare because the Immigrant Song single was only released in the U.S., nowhere else. And then this song was also released on a compilation album called The New Age of Atlantic, which was put out by their label, of course, Atlantic. And that was done in 1972, and it was only available in the UK and nowhere else. So this song is something of a departure from their usual sound because there were no electric instruments played in the original single version, only acoustic. And John Paul Jones really does a especially fine job with the mandolin, but really, the rest of the band are really pretty tight too. And musically, it has a definite, blues sound with just a little bit of funky soul added in there for some spice, And lyrically, it's about a man who's deeply in love with a chronically unfaithful alcoholic woman who's so beautiful that, men come to church every Sunday just to see her rather than to pray to God. And, it starts out, on a hopeful note saying, he'd have her for his own one day. But he spends his night out there looking for her while she's partying it up in the bars with other men until finally, in the last verse, he says there's nothing left to do but to pack his bags and go and leave her where the guitars play, obviously in the bars. Now, I don't know. I have a feeling that he doesn't really do that, that he's just talking it through, but he doesn't actually follow through. But, I don't know. That's just me talking. Let me know what you think below.
Did you eat a lot of paint chips when you were a kid? Why?
Now, this song was covered by Hootie and the Blowfish in 1995 on Encomium, which was a tribute to Led Zeppelin. And again in 2000 on their cover album, Scattered, Smothered, and Covered. Jimmy Page also did a cover of this song with the Black Crowes for their Live at the Greek album. So I wanted to use the single version for this song, but YouTube blocked it for copyright. And, the band never performed this song live. So tonight's video is from a Robert Plant and Jimmy Page performance in 1995 in Detroit. The tour came about after a very successful reunion the previous year for MTV's Unplugged. Now, bassist and keyboardist and primary arranger for most of Led Zeppelin's songs, John Paul Jones, didn't join them. Hell, he wasn't even told about the reunion. I don't have any idea why. So, all right, guys, feel it. Don't fight it. Buckle up tight and let's do this thing. Here's Led Zeppelin. Hey, hey, what can I do for Granny's Reactions 2.0.
Wanna tell you about the girl I love. My, she looks so fine. She's the only one that I've been dreaming of. Maybe someday she will be all mine. I wanna tell her that I love her so. I thrill with her every time. I need to tell her she's the only one I'm dreaming of. I got a woman, wanna put all day, yeah. I got a woman who won't be true, no, 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 no. So I got a woman, stay drunk all the time. I said I got a woman and she won't church, see the men folk standing in line. They try to say they come to pray to the Lord, not when my little girl looks so fine. And in the evening when the sun is sinking down, everybody's with the one they love. I walk the town, keep searching all around, looking for my street corner girl. I got a warm photo, baby. I got a woman who won't be true, girl. I got a woman stay drunk all the time. I said I got a little woman and she won't be true. In the bars with the men who play guitars, say they're drinking and remembering the time. My little lover does the midnight shift. She rolls around all the time. I guess there's just one thing left for me to do. Gonna pack my bags and move on my way. 'Cause I got a one in mind, share what I thought was mine. Gonna leave her when the guitars play. I got a woman who won't be true now. I got a woman all day, yeah, yeah. I got a woman stay drunk all the time. I got a woman if she want me to. Hey, hey, what can I do? Hey, hey, what can I say? Hey, hey, what can I do? Hey, hey, what can I say? Keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now that's what I grew up listening to, and not an auto-tune inside of man. You are blown away by that. Dig the wax out of your ears and grow a tongue so you'll have some taste, because that stuff was hella fire. That performance was amazing. Now, Robert Plant and Jimmy still had it in 1995, obviously. But anyway, love it or hate it, let me know about it below. I really wish I could have seen them live back in the day, but I was too young, and by the time I was old enough, John Bonham had passed away and they weren't performing it together anymore. But let me know below if you ever saw them live, or where you were when you first heard this song. Maybe this was your first time, or if it has any special meaning to you. I would love to hear about it, and I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. And if so, please like, subscribe, and join the Granny Maniac family, and then hit that bell for all so you don't miss anything. And share this show with others so that they can learn about all this excellent music. It costs you nothing, but it helps me out a lot. And if there's a song that you would like me to play, let me know that below. Thanks again for dropping by. Love to my husband, Eric. Love to all you Granny Maniacs. Granny Metalhead is out.
The group that was number one, the Beatles, found that just this past week had their songs quoted by Spiro Agnew. Would you like that to happen to you?
I really don't know. I haven't seen Spiro at any of our concerts yet.
I thought he was a model for a wristwatch, wasn't he?
Well.
That's the sort of thing you have to face, if you're going to be successful.
Really? Well, I'd like to meet
nice.
him. Does he come to the concert?